Alright, how do I know if this thing is recording or not? How do I know? I'm saying that there's usually a light or some kind of thing that's blinking in my face. I don't see any of that there. So is it? I don't know. Does it exist? I don't know there. I don't want to be talking like a fucking asshole without anybody hearing me, understand? You over there, you're gonna be my editor. You make sure this stuff gets cut out, right? Right? Not gonna make me sound like a fucking asshole? Good, good. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I don't know, it's red, it's blinking. Testing, testing. Check one, check two. The big red fox jumped over the lazy dog. Or some shit. That's a nice sentence, though, when you think about it. I think we're going. So just make sure you cut this part out. Alright, I'm gonna start now. So when I start, that's when you cut the last part out. So I'm gonna start here. Alright? Okay. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. It is a pleasure to have you here with me, Anthony DeFoolzio, as I describe to you the trials and tribulations of fantasy football. That sound good? That was good, right? We're going to keep that. Trials and tribulations, fantasy football. You see, I've been a fantasy football fan all of my life. All of my life. I follow the greatest team on the face of the earth, the New York Giants. But understand that I also have the equal devotion for a lot of other football teams out there. I don't discriminate, okay? I watch them all. I just happen to love the Giants a little bit more, okay? Alright. So what I want to do is give you something a little bit different than all the other ESPN and fantasy bullshit you get everywhere else. I don't want to be another Matthew Berry. I want to be Anthony DeFoolzio. A guy you could trust. A guy who has the real inside knowledge about fantasy football. Not someone who's gonna just talk and talk and talk. You catch my drift? I'm not really a talker, but I'm trying out this podcast thing because I think it'd be a lot of fun and I always wanted to do it. Now, the people here at this recording studio have so kindly granted me permission to record here. I have to confess to you, they have not been swayed in any way, both violent or weapon-based. They're letting me do this for them. Ain't that right, folks? And I'm going to come here every week and give you a little taste of what I think you should do for your fantasy football team. Okay? I've been watching football for about 35 years now. I've won one fantasy championship after playing for 20, so I'd say it's a pretty good track record, all things considered. And I think I'm somebody who you should be listening to for fantasy football advice, because it's become too corporate. It's become something that's not reliable anymore. So I appreciate you clicking here and you listening to me. Now, this is the part I want to put an intro in here. I'm going to have my editor. He's sitting right next to me. He's going to put the intro in. Put in something nice. Put in something there, right? Put in something like Italian strings or something, right? Something like, now does that sound like Italian strings to you? Put in the strings. Let me see. Very, very nice. That's what I want for this podcast. I want it to be about family, about football, and about fantasy. Fantasize about however you want. You know what? Take that part out because I think it sounds erotic. Okay? So like I said, the recording studio here has been very generous and very graceful. So I'm going to record here once a week, or if I feel like being here longer. And I'm going to provide you with fantasy knowledge. I'm going to give you player profiles, weekly profiles of the upcoming games, and weekly recaps so we could all learn about fantasy together. And I suggest that when you do listen to this podcast, you share it with everybody. And how about you give us a little like and subscribe down there? I'm 5 stars only, eh? What am I going to do with a 1-star review? I don't want to see that bullshit. Don't come at with me with that stuff. You know, they got Google and Facebook now and all that, so you don't want to be stepping on any of the DeFoolzio toes. Alrighty? So just come back when you're done. Keep listening to the show and keep saying nice things. And I'm going to have my people make the show a little bit better every week after I hear your feedback. Because that's the way fantasy football should be. It should be family. Alright, I think that's good. I think that's a good intro. You guys are going to do it. I'm going to walk away now. Okay? I'm going to go back in the booth and listen and make sure this all sounds good. Then you're going to snip this stuff out. The stuff I'm saying right now. And at the beginning of the show. Okay, guys? Alright. I just want this to be pretty fun. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this thing. Alright? And don't you start giving me that look. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be every week too. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Everything about this is gonna be fantastic. I love it. I love it already.